Ashes is ashes to ashes and dust to dust. I hope you hear me now. In God we trust. Even all your prayers can't bring you back to us. I'm on you till I join you, 'cause I keep in touch. Ashes to ashes and dust to dust. I hope you hear me now. In God we trust. Even all our prayers can't bring you back to us. I'm on you till I join you, 'cause I keep in touch. That was Naughty by Nature's "I'm on You Till I Join You," dedicated to Tupac, that I was singing. But as you can see for yourself, today is Sunday, May the 24th, 2020. 5/24/20, still dealing with the COVID-19 pandemic going rapid around the whole world, mostly the United States of America. But right now, it's been a while since I made a video, ever since the What's Next video. But after what I've been through so far, the first 5 months of the year 2020, the year of the vision, but the vision is really blurred. You can't see very good, and you need eyeglasses, and it's just hard to keep up. I mean, I witnessed my spring semester going really smoothly, even though I slowed down, I got lazy. But at the same time, I'm thankful to get through another semester, not a D nor an F in sight. However, hold on, it's a little dark in here. I'm starting to realize all the things that's been going on, and that's why I'm here to do a somewhat of a poem. And this is made up by me. This has come through my mind, and the title of the poem that I'm about to do is "People I Knew," and it goes something like this: From Champaign-Urbana, Illinois, to Milan, Tennessee, including Jackson, Humboldt, and Memphis, and Trenton. So many people I knew, but a lot of names are hard to remember. Some names I do not mention. But who cares? God does, because he's hearing my every word that's been said. I've been through a whole lot of ups and downs, mostly downs, because I can't get the negativity out of my head. When it comes to the people I knew, who's the first person I can think of? I thought about Benjamin Branham, Derek Bunch, Lucas Steffens, everybody that I went to Robeson Elementary in. But most of the names I cannot recall, because we don't talk to each other at all. Some of us already left Illinois. This is the opposite version of, it's kind of like the opposite way of Blackstreet's 1994 hit single "Joy." There's no joy when you leave. And I thought about all the people that taught me how to grow up and stick with education. I thought of Mrs. Hummel to Mr. Bost. They paid the cost. Miss Ivory Tatum to Mrs. Shores. I gotta keep going because there's a whole lot more. Mr. Steele, Miss Gwen. I was a hard head, especially in 5th grade, every now and then. After Robeson, I left. Elementary days are done. But mom moved me and my family to Milan, Tennessee. the Southern life has just begun. From the north to the south, things are completely a mess. There was a whole lot of beef more than peace, and a whole lot of death than life, even when you had to live in the East and the West. I remember Parika Glenn. She was beautiful. There was so much joy when you look at her, when you see her smile. Even when she wear different hairstyles, but mostly when she wears uh, her natural pressed hair with gold or platinum hoop earrings. But the biggest mistake I ever made was writing a letter saying she was my first, last, and everything. Ripped like a mug, a heart has been torn. But there was more times when I was warned. But my fault is not giving a dang. I even wrote an apology letter saying that I want to change. She turned it into a paper wad and threw it back. Granddaddy was riding the bus. Parika was mad. I need to watch my back. After getting off the bus, fed up, hurt, I kicked a beer can in the streets. Hakeem Hart saw me. Shay Nance saw me. Like I'd gone completely insane. And every now and then I feel like after being annoying to one person or another, I feel like it's best for me to rest in peace. I was told suicide can lead me to hell. And I believed one guy that told me that, Clayton Buddy Kaufman Jr., that was his name. I never forgot about him. I never forgot about Jeremy Douglas, aka JD. I never forgot about Jezene Williams, Carissa Clark, or Kim McLean. I never forgot about Terry Adams, who I liked at first. But when years fly by, attitudes become worse. I never thought I'd see the day that my friend Lachey Johnson, a big girl, lose a whole lot of weight. I remember my first dance with Brittany Miller at the 7th grade homecoming dance in Mila Middle. Everything was straight. Slow dancing to Eric Clapton. I mean, first time going to a dance. But if I had to choose the best homecoming dance out of my life, it would be sophomore year in Milan High School. With no circumstance. I thought about Miss Powell, my 6th grade teacher. And, of course, her skin was white. No need to throw racism in there. I never was racist. I remember the skin. I remember she had short blonde or brunette hair. And I even remember one day she saved my life. We were at Mary Jo's pool party. Mary Jo Stinson's pool party. Either that or Catherine Dunlap. We dudes had to wear t-shirts while in our swimming trunks. Try to stay clean, like be appropriate, all that. Monday, May 22nd, 2006. I rode down the water slide, and like I said before, while I was drowning, Miss Powell saved my life. I'm not good at swimming. I never was good at playing sports. I never tried enough at all. And and of course, like other random individuals, there's no need to take shorts. I thought about Deontay Merriweather. I used to go to football practice after school. I ride home with his grandma, and we all went to the same church too, Front Street Church of Christ. I thought about the individuals that attended at Milan Middle and Milan High, but later on they gone, like they never heard from again. Shantrea Foster, or Shantrea Rogers, her Facebook name, was one of them. I mean, it was crazy. But every girl I know, I feel like one of them could be mine. I had thoughts about Shantavia Lawrence being my lady until the end of time. But it's not the way it goes. I never tried my best. Deasia Glenn McRonald would tell you herself that I was completely a hot mess. I thought about her. At first I thought she was a ginger, but her hair was brown. She was black, like light skin, freckles. The cutest girl in town. I regret asking her to be my girlfriend. Just like regretting to tick off her older sister. And I still think about a girl, turned woman. Okay, it's obvious I'm talking about Aisha. And here I am crying like my mom over people I knew and want to get their attention so bad. But that's exactly what leads to a dead friendship. Why friendships don't last. For me and Aisha, I figured that if it's delete me on Facebook, then we're done for life. But deep in my heart, I know that it's not. That does not sound right. To heck with beef. To heck with hot heads. I used to get out of line with Travarius Cunningham and Andrew Cole. And I regret to DeMarcus Cook and Lawrence Douglas, I regret on the words that I've said. I nearly got punched for insulting for DeMarcus's mom. But if Kenneth Junebug Cook knew about it in 2009, he would look me in my eye and say, "Look, man, you are dead wrong. You talk about DeMarcus, you talking about my mom too. You lucky I wasn't there, cause I would never want to hurt you. I remember getting myself caught up and getting jumped. Arkell Coleman. Moshe Jackson. All that in a bag of potato chips that's starting to rot, starting to mold. Well, this is what happens when my attitude's going downhill and the world is already cold. It's been cold, like the air conditioner blowing on me right now. No sunshine, just skies are gray. And it doesn't have to be 50 Shades. I know what it's like to be hurt. I know what it's like to feel betrayed. I know what it's like to be ticked off or annoyed. But I want all my friends and ex-friends to know, including teachers and the authorities. Everything that we're doing, we're destroying what we once called joy. Depression. I've been in this position. Suicide. I overreacted. But I would never say the same for Kasha Brooks or Octavius Cook and Hunter Smith. Because there was a whole lot of demons that we were all dealing with. I still thought about Brandon B-Dub Hudson losing his older sister who graduated 7 months before the year was over, and that was 2010. I remember wearing a wristband with the letter W and the date of Whitley Hudson's death, 12/18/10. I was at, now dig this. This was 2 days before Christmas. Dad dropped me off at First Baptist Church. I saw Carissa walk inside. I shook hands with Dominique Moore. I sat by Jasmine Rice and Akila Williamson for what it's worth. I remember seeing Eva Williamson singing out in the open. I remember saying hello to Mercedes Creighton. And I'm not joking. I even remember at some days I wish would go away. For example, having bad days of me losing the presidency in high school and me breaking down because I lost. What can I say? What the heck is there left to say? I would have been mad at Morgan Nelson or Cassidy Shepard. But being angry at somebody intelligent and not your race, that is a pain in the butt. And beef, including payback, is a double crosser. I had Miss Todd in the 7th grade, and I met her husband, who was once principal of Milan High, ever since I attended Milan High. I didn't want to get on his bad side, and you know good and doggone well he doesn't want to get on mine. But there was so much darkness, so much pain. But when it came to having friends like Cody Fant and Dusty Whitener, or Dustin Whitener, we call him Dusty. I proclaim having them by my side and graduating with them. That's what I proclaim. We all went to speech together. I admit it. We had some good times. But everything in this world right now is completely explicit. I thought about Miranda May Clark. I thought about Kiana Dickerson. I thought about, oh man, who else? The soulful Mary Beth Holt or Mary Beth Steiner and Abby Lambert. I thought about Justice Williamson when we used to sing Boys to Men together. We grew from Boys to Men together. We graduated together, just like Joey Williamson, Justice's father, and my mom, Vicky Taylor. Mile High class of 90, and here we are, Mile High class of 2012. Williamson and Jones, well, Taylor. My mom was a Taylor. I was a Jones. And we graduate together. I mean, and when it comes to taking pictures with random folks, I feel like I'm asking for too much and doing too much. Sometimes when I take pictures, I look like a goofy double crosser, or a mean mug, mom, and like I gotta wake up. Deasia was like uncomfortable about it. Sasha Williamson, she was too. Now tell me, what the heck am I supposed to do? But throughout this whole life, I realized that friends are meant to be down with you, down for you. Even when you get on their bad side or they get on yours, y'all gotta have to argue at some point. Y'all gonna have to give each other some space. You gotta give some time to adjust. Me and Mark Crudup Coleman, we were in this stuff. I remember arguing over nothing but an album that I wanted to make. Back when my rap name was Realistic, Realistik. But since that name was already taken by some local rapper, I'd call myself Uncle Bean. My sister Amanda called me that, and I called her Player Hater. But Uncle Bean has a nice ring to it, if you know what I mean. But unfortunately, I haven't communicated with anybody. What kind of friend is that? Still thinking about making peace with Aisha. Still thinking about calling Shani. Still thought about what Sylvester Davis is up to. But why can't I just find out what Mark Crudup Coleman was up to? He was the same guy that taught me how to sample and use FL Studios. So what's the scenario? When will I ever have somebody special in my life? I do. Besides mom, besides mentors like Paula Fuller, or aunties like Angela Fuller, or maybe even people that inspired me to become successful in life, like Valerie Caldwell. Miss Kirby. I mean, I lost a whole lot of fights in my life over other people and what I've done to them or what they've done to me. Like Courtney Morris, hustling, and I told lies. And that's exactly what led me to say this line in my so-called cover of Bohemian Rhapsody called Annoying Rhapsody. I don't want to cry. I sometimes wish I never told lies at all. To my mom and dad, to everybody that I know, I'm sick of dealing with downfalls. But if you choose to continue to live vulnerable, ashamed, guilty, weariness is a sin. A bullet to the head. Handcuffs. Homelessness. And forever loneliness. That's where it ends. And I admit, hell is winning. 98 through 91 overtime against heaven. But on the very next day, we gonna have to teach the opponents a lesson by winning. If they beat us 98 to 97, like one shot, why can't we just beat the opponents 10 or more points? And instead of taking swigs or drinks from the old English Colt 45s and passing and puffing joints. But earlier I said, how come I have no special person in my life, as in a lady? Who's gonna be my lady? I thought about Akilah Williamson, a beautiful woman. I've been taking photos with her ever since 2009. The last photo I took with her was back in 2017. We've been friends for right now 12 years. Nothing changed except we got older, we live different lives now. Oh, hold on. Yeah? Huh? I don't think so. Yeah, I had to talk to my dad. I mean, but you get the point. She did more. She'd been traveling, and she's down with her friend Krista Bledsoe. She and Krista played ball together. They went to Mile High together. Krista was 1 year older than her, but they still connect. Just like Akilah was connected to Jasmine Rice and Camry Donald, or should I say Camry Creighton. Now it's funny that everybody can say a name and forget that that person is married. A couple of my friends that I went to school with, they ended up married. I mean, it was great for Bianca Hart to become a Sims. It was great for Beth Ann Brady and Chris Smith to be the Smiths. And they both graduated with me. Meanwhile, Deontay Merriweather, he been married, but he's trying to overcome some ways. You can't judge everybody's marriage life. You can't do that. That's why some friends would tell you, none of your dang business. But as a human being, we don't take those words seriously. I mean, tragic measures. Please let them be. If I had to spend my life with anyone, it would be just an ordinary female. Never got in trouble. Probably ain't down with body piercings nor tattoos or weaves or fake wigs and multicolors. But down with the Lord. Church of Christ. But what's the point? Throughout my life, there was one church song that claimed that I've been missing out. I never mentioned God to anyone. I helped y'all, not the light to see. I met y'all day by day and knew that you were all astray, yet never mentioned God to y'all. I even remember getting my feelings hurt after wasting $2,000 for an individual that I went to Memphis Lambeth. Well, I attended Memphis Lambeth with at the time, but knowing good and doggone well, helping, I'm doing too much of. Look, that's exactly what happens. You don't know when you're going to be betrayed. You don't know when you're going to be humiliated. Everybody gets humiliated. It's more than boys do it more. It's more than girls do it less. Everybody's innocent. No, they're not. They're guilty. What will it take for us not to be guilty? Opening your eyes. Or, as I say, smell the weed. Metaphorically speaking, as in, look at reality. Smell that. Ugh, what is that smell? Hard times. A combination of gasoline, including beer, cigarettes. Ooh. Everything that I said in my earlier videos, including the ones I talked about on Cold Man's Winter. It's hard to keep up. It's hard to focus on a true friend because you never know who the true friend is. The real person that you know. Because the people I knew, they were like friends and foes. They were like the sheep and goats. They were like frogs and toads. They were like silver and others were gold. You gotta choose one or the other, but be careful, be wise, my friends. And that's why I would have learned a thing or two from my mom and dad, my granddaddy, every now and then. And to all the people that I've named, I thought about y'all during the COVID-19 pandemic in any circumstance. I saw some familiar faces like Julianne Joyner, a thought of Sarah Ham. I thought of Natalie Newbell Williams. I thought about DeQuasia Simpson. I thought about Sherilyn Nicole Simmons. I thought about Erica Stevens. I thought about Alexis Shearer. I thought about Sammy Jerome Smith, R.D. Smith, Ryan Dale Smith, who I saw earlier. I thought about Tatum Shepard. I thought about Rodney Nance. And I thought about Blake Mayberry. I thought about a lot of people. But I'm starting to feel like sometimes you don't let them go all the way out this world that you don't even focus on them. You don't even try to call and see what's up with them. And this is exactly what happens when you're living in the world where you're supposed to be free and brave, proud to be an American, red, white, and blue. But that's not how I feel about the people I knew. Because there's more than meets the eye, and I'm ashamed. Well, I can't be for long. Because I've been singing the same old song, Word is Bond. Nothing good is coming out of this. And I don't know what next to tell you. But I know that everybody that I called out, I expect them to be on the right state of mind. And instead of being failures. Because I've been in this road. It sucks. I might as well be roaring like a Memphis tiger and quacking like a mighty duck. But yeah, it's all you have to realize. That's all you have to do. Because what would you do? What would you say? And how would you reminisce for the people that you knew, like I did? Well, I tell you one thing. Friends. They were there for you when the rain started to pour. They've been there for me like they've been there before. They were there for us because we were there for them too. It's more than a TV show. It's more than an everyday dilemma. But that's how I feel about the people I knew. And to all the people that I didn't get along with, as much as the people I miss and thought about more often, I want to say thank you. Because all of y'all made me who I am through good and bad times. But if it was more bad times, I would have to adjust and learn a thing from how I felt about you guys. And if I felt like I caused too much chaos and threw you under the bus and made you feel completely tired of me, like I worn you down, then I'm sorry. And with all that being said, thanks for spending your quality time listening to my so-called poem, as in the people I knew. But if you like what you're hearing, all you got to do is these things. Like, share, comment if you haven't already, and subscribe to my YouTube channel, and there'll be more in stores. This is yours truly, Taylor Jones, signing out.